Alright, looks like we're live. How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more Shiny Hatching and Wonder Trade Wednesday. We are going to Wonder Trade after we've hatched 270 eggs. That's what it says right down there. We have 240 hatched right now. So, yeah. Let's see. Yay and no ads. Actually, that does bring me to another really cool point. I don't think I've streamed since, well, actually, I guess I did stream a little bit Monday. But now, any of my subscribers don't see ads while watching the stream, which is kind of nice. It's a cool little bonus. It's good that Twitch has finally re-implemented this feature. I know it used to be a thing way back, before I was doing anything on Twitch, and then they got rid of it, and now it's back, and they are kind of proclaiming it as a new feature, whereas it really isn't. But whatever the case, it's still nice. That's a nice extra benefit of you becoming a Twitch subscriber to me, which is wonderful. So, yeah, definitely, if you are at all interested in joining the fun, I'll warn you, I don't stream too often, but for a lot of fun events, like the sleep blocks I sometimes do, it can be kind of fun to be a subscriber. And of course, for Wonder Trade Wednesday, you get some kind of neat emotes, which is fun, and of course, you get to watch without any ads, which is great. Although, I'll tell you right now, I don't run too many ads anyway. Like, usually it's just when you're joining the stream. Sometimes during, like, you know, the big 24-hour streams and stuff, I'll, like, run an ad when I'm going on break, because, I mean, you know, why not, right? So, yeah, I spy with my little eye Marriland's haircut. I actually did get a haircut recently. I just got out of the shower, so I had my hair back a bit, but it's kind of short now. It only goes to about, I don't know, here. I need to grow it out a little bit more, but I don't know. I kind of like it short. It lets me wear certain hats a little bit better, I guess. Oh man, I'm still kind of tired. My sleep schedule's been really crazy lately. I've been staying up till 5 or 6 a.m. sometimes later, and it's not like I have to wake up at a certain time or anything, so it's not really that bad. It's just, you know, it kind of messes with a lot of the things that, you know, I might normally want to do, and I don't know, I should probably try to get up a little earlier, like 10 or 11, even 12. That'd be kind of nice. But it's fine. I figure for right now, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so still going for the Cyndaquil. I guess I might as well still call him Sunburst. Been naming them that for a while. But yeah, let's see. I've not ever tried League of Legends, and I don't really think I will. It doesn't quite seem my style. Let's see. A lot of people just joining the stream for the first time, which is great. Welcome, welcome. I do stream. I don't stream often. I don't stream, like, you know, every single day. I'm mostly a YouTuber, but I do stream from time to time. I think Wonder Trade Wednesday is one of the kind of staples of my whole streaming schedule, I guess. It's just a nice little escape. We do a little bit of shiny hatching and then a little bit of wonder trading, usually about a box of each. I'm not going to be staying around too long today. I have a lot of stuff I gotta do. A lot of editing, and I gotta wrap up a contest that I had. I've just been kind of in a funk lately. Just haven't really felt all that good this week. It's not that I'm sick or anything, just like, you know, sometimes you just get a little broken, and I just felt that this week. It's kind of been a bummer, but whatever. You know what? It's fine. I'll try to get caught up with stuff. But yeah, I have to wrap up that contest, or that giveaway, rather. And I should be having another one up once I have the emails sent out, but that'll be nice for everyone who's entered. I did at least draw the winners, so I know who they are. Even though I said it's only open to US shipping addresses, one of the winners was from the UK, so I need to figure that out. I mean, it's tough. I'll see, hey, do you have a US shipping address? If not, I have to redraw that one. But, you know, it's like I did say in all sorts of places, because shipping is so expensive. Even to ship something small, I thought, oh, well, you know, maybe it'll be 20 bucks, 30 bucks or something. It was like $50 to $70. And I had 2 winners from outside of the US last time. So, like, I ended up, like, I think just, it was cheaper just buying the thing over there, like, from Amazon or something, which I felt terrible about, because, you know, it's like I could have given it away, but that's just why I can't do it again. I can't give away, unless it's something, like, digital, in which case, yeah, sure, I don't care about that. I don't have to ship it, but these are actual things. Let's see, so I gotta get that sorted out, but I think it'll be fine. Let's see. Did I get the hidden ability legendary birds? I have the codes for them, but... Oh, that's weird. Why are the eggs not increasing? Hold on a second. I was using my little counter thing to keep track of stuff. Okay, there we go. Now it's saving. Yeah, I was using the counter just for another purpose. It's like, oh, gee, I need a counter, and I couldn't really think of what else to do. It's like, oh, wait, I know a perfect counter for this. So I use this one. But yeah, I did end up getting the codes for the birds with the hidden abilities and stuff. So that's kind of nice. I haven't redeemed them yet, but no, I'm not giving those away. Sorry, I want to get them for my collection. I also already have the Zygarde and the Shiny Yveltal and Xerneas. It's good to see that they're coming to the US. I got them when they were released on the Japanese, whatever you want to call it, Nintendo Network thing. Because I happen to have a Japanese version. But yeah, alright, so let's see. Can anyone explain what this series is? I'll give you a hint. It's probably what it says up there. It's shiny hatching. I am hatching shinies, or at least trying to, because a lot of people do that. The other thing is I'll be doing Wonder Trade Wednesday, where I Wonder Trade away 1 box of the Pokemon that I'm hatching, so someone can get a Marriland Cyndaquil, which could be kind of neat. Oh man, alright, so let's see, and the water trading portion will start after I've hatched 270 eggs total. So I hatch a box, then trade a box. It is kind of weird that they're giving away Zygarde. I know that kind of started early, which was kind of like, wait, why? Just this random Zygarde showed up on the Nintendo Network. It's like, huh, okay, don't really know why. And then it was, you know, announced, oh yeah, it's because they're doing that trio again. But yeah, let's see, yeah, sorry if I'm a little quiet or tired today. Again, I haven't had all that great of a week, or past, I don't know, few days. Like, just kind of bleh. And sometimes, you know, like, how I deal best if I'm just in a bad mood. A lot of people, you know, they feel like, oh, I just want to be around people, like, to help them cheer up. I really just prefer being, like, alone. Like, I don't want to have to deal with people. I don't want to have to talk to people. I just want, like, space. Just sit down, like, play a video game or something. Just watch TV. Like, that's how I get over my issues. Or at least that's how I tend to cope with stuff. A lot of people do things in different ways. I guess I just prefer, like, escaping. And that's kind of what I did a bit this week. That's why I'm still just in a bit of a funk. But that's how it goes. You know, nothing you can really do about it. Just kind of go with it. Let's see. OMG, these stupid ads. Hey, you could become a subscriber, and then you don't even have to deal with ads. Because that's one of the new features. Any of my Twitch subscribers no longer have to endure ads whenever they join the stream. I don't really spin ads, like, I don't press the button that does that, so it's just when you join. And, you know, does kind of help out a little bit. Not a lot, but every little bit helps. But yeah, that is a nice new benefit for anyone who's a subscriber that wants to help chip in. There should be a little button beneath the stream that says subscribe. It's $4.99 US per month. And some of it goes to me, which is nice. Some of it goes to Twitch, of course, but pretty good amount of it, actually. That's why. Hey, patrons! But yeah, anyway. Let's see. So, guess we're just gonna see if I can get this thing by 270. I was kind of hoping for a little bit better of luck. I mean, we're kind of past the halfway point now. Well, almost. We're almost there. 256 would put us at the halfway point for the chances of getting a shiny, which is kind of sad because I was about 2.5 times past where I needed to be, or 1.5 times past where, or no, 2.5. Like, I should have gotten it. Alright. Let's see, I don't think mobile users have the subscribe button. I don't remember if they do or if they don't. You'd probably need to do it from I think they have it somewhere, but I think you have to go to, like, channel info. I don't really know. Let's see. Since you reached a new Patreon goal, does it mean we're getting a new sleep block in June? Yeah, that's the tentative time. I don't have, you know, a date picked out yet. Still trying to figure some stuff out, but probably early June. It sounded like it would not work late May, because again, a lot of it is dependent on, you know, certain people's schedules to make sure, you know, they could show up for it. But yeah, I think it'll probably be around then. It will be Ruby and Sapphire. Probably Ruby in all reality, because that could be pretty good. Let's see. Do you have Flashfire? You do not. So you're probably not going to be worth it, but I guess I'll check it just on the off chance it has 6 IVs anyway. Let's see. Marriland, do you get a better percentage of money from Patreon compared to Twitch? Well, without going into the specific percentages, I will say yes, absolutely so. Not even a question. Like, if you had to pick between one of the two, definitely Patreon. Ditch Twitch, I guess. Well, it's pretty good Cyndaquil still. But yeah, you get less benefits while watching Twitch, though. That's the thing. Like, if you do a lot of watching of my Twitch series, then you might get more out of it. But I know I personally get more from whatchamacallit. Alright. So, at least it was an okay Cyndaquil. Not quite perfect, but it's alright. Marriland's staying up all night to play his least favorite generation of Pokemon. You must really love us. You know, I mean, it is my least favorite generation, Generation 3, but I don't really have the same dislike towards Ruby and Sapphire, and especially Emerald, as I did for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because, like, at the time, they were pretty big improvements. I don't think they were as revolutionary as with, you know, Gold and Silver to Red, Blue, and Yellow, but they were still pretty big, and that was good. I think that they did a lot wrong, like, you know, the Ho Index, and you couldn't trade over new Pokemon. I mean, I understand why, but, like, it was just weird where there were Pokemon that just plain and simple were not in any way available, and I think that kind of... I don't know, I didn't care for that as much. But I also think that, you know, the original games were fine. They weren't the best, but they were okay. And I guess that's why I don't like Oras all that much, is because I feel like they were just kind of just reskins of the old games. Like, they didn't really, like, I don't know. It just felt like I was playing a game from 2003 with graphics from 2016 or 15 or 14. Wow. Time flies. So that's probably why I just don't care for it all that much. But I don't know. I can definitely stomach playing it again, whereas Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I'm not touching that. Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. Not going to happen. They could have done so much more with it. Like, I liked a lot of the previous remakes. Like, Fire Red and Leaf Green were very necessary because couldn't play the original games. They added things like the Versus Seeker. That's where they introduced the Versus Seeker. Like, that's awesome. I wish they'd bring that back in more games, because I think that was one of the best key items to ever add. And they only had it in that and in the Sinnoh games, which is a shame. Let's see, what else? Fire Red and Leaf Green also added the islands, the Sevi Islands. That was kind of cool, I guess. I didn't care for them that much, but I mean, it was at least something. I don't know, I mean, they didn't even need to add that much, because the thing is, anyone now could go and play Ruby or Sapphire. Darn it, another Blaze, and this thing has bad defense. So I'm not even going to bother checking it. Yeah, so, I don't know, I feel like that was a decent remake and a necessary one, because you also couldn't get any of the original Pokemon in Ruby and Sapphire, so having a way to get them was important. With Heart Gold and Silver, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you didn't have that so much, because all of the Pokemon were already available, so it wasn't as big of a deal. It was just certain stuff that was a pain to get, like Lugia, which I think you could only get from Pokemon XD. And then, I don't know, like a few others. But they did a lot to improve that. There were a lot of legendaries. Pokemon following you was a great kind of improvement that a lot of people really liked. Taking pictures, I mean, they added a lot of really neat things. And on top of that, the things that they did to, like, the Safari Zone, you know, adding that whole area of the game and making it so you could get Pokemon like Larvitar before going to Johto. I mean, that's just what the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games needed to be good remakes. Something that I wish they would have done that they did not is fix the dang level curves. Like, they at least did some stuff to, like, trainers and their Pokemon, like Bugsy with, you know, even though he has the same Pokemon, like, at least U-turn switching out to, you know, shields kind of makes sense. As opposed to, I don't know, like, I guess, I don't know. I think that it was better, but I don't think it was my favorite of the games. Like, I definitely preferred Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Especially Platinum. That's, oh my goodness, that's my favorite of the Gen 4 games. It was just so good. And a lot of people don't like it for some reason, and I don't know, I thought it was just great. I think Diamond and Pearl was a pain, but oh well. I still enjoyed them. And that introduced, like, online functionality, which was amazing. Like, seriously. Let's see, okay. Oh, I got another one. Marriland, they need to bring back the music when your Pokemon is in the red from Gen 5. Now, I personally, and again, this is like an opinion thing, but I personally disagree. That's one of my least favorite things about Gen 5. Because you have this epic music against, like, the final bosses or the Elite Four, and then all of a sudden, it's ruined by your Pokemon getting weak. I didn't like that. I think that that was very annoying. Because a lot of the later game battle music was pretty good. And then, you know, you get weak and it switches to this music you've heard when fighting against even just normal trainers. So, yeah. I didn't care for it that much. Do I, you know, disagree or do I have a problem with anyone who did enjoy it? No, not at all. I could see, like, a lot of people did like that, and that's fine. Like, it's a fair point. I guess another thing is, you know, when gym leaders have their final Pokemon, you know, it played a special tune as well. I didn't really like the tune itself, but I think it was kind of neat that they did that. I guess, just to, I don't know, mix things up, but yeah. It is interesting, but those are some details. One thing that I really did not like from Gen 5 was the fact that they got rid of L equals A. For some reason, they just decided, hey, you know what? Let's just get rid of this feature for no good reason. I couldn't actually think of a reason why they got rid of it, but, like, you don't use L for anything in that. And they just got rid of it. So, like, I personally like to have L equals A, so I could just, like, ride around. I could type on my keyboard and, you know, move with the control pad and press L just to grind. Like, is pretty nice. But no, can't do that in Gen 5 for some reason. Let's see, what about Join Avenue? That was really great in Black and White 2. The thing is, Black and White 2 added so much stuff. I think that they have to be among the most complete of games ever. The amount of content in the post-game and stuff to do was just amazing. And even though a lot of people complain, oh, well, you just fight the same gym leaders as you did in Black and White, well, guess what? If they did Gray, you'd be fighting literally the same trainers, except, like, it wouldn't even be set in the future. That's the thing that amazes me. It's like, you know, when people wanted Pokemon Z, it's like, you know, you're just asking to fight, like, literally the same things. And, like, Black and White 2 get a lot of slack for the, you know, point that you're basically replaying the region when you have games like Platinum and Emerald and Yellow and Crystal that get revered, even though they're far more, like, of a rehash than the others. It's just crazy. Or then Black and White 2. I love Black and White 2. I think it was great. I think it was, you know, I liked going back to the Unova region. I liked all the post-game stuff and stuff there was to do. But, like, I don't know. I don't really get why people didn't like the fact that, oh yeah, you get to play in the future a few years. I thought that was really cool. But oh well, I think, you know, people actually give it a try. It's kind of nice, but let's see. Hey man, how are you today? Did you get the 3 birds yet? I'm not all that great today, but I got my codes for the birds. I haven't redeemed them yet. I'll probably do that later. I'm not, like, super interested, but I do want to add them to my collection just because But yeah, Alright, let's see. I always hate it when 2 eggs hatch at the same time. I mean, it's kind of nice, but I don't like having odd numbers like this. It's weird. I have my pattern that I do. I don't ever like to break that pattern. Alright, let's see. What else to do and or talk about? Yeah, so... Oh, so I'm making plans, and I'm, like, almost positive, like, I'm in the final stages of making plans, going to the Pokemon Symphony again. There's one down in St. Louis. Actually, there's two. There's one on the 14th and the 15th. So, not this Saturday and Sunday, but next Saturday and Sunday. And St. Louis is not too far in the big picture, so I think I might actually go down to that one. The Saturday one. I don't think I'll be going to both, but if you're in the area, you should definitely check it out, because, oh man, it's been too long since I've been to one. They're just so much fun. They're like a convention, sort of, except with music and with... There's still, like, cosplayers and stuff, but it's just so much fun. Oh, my goodness. Like, and they've announced a few different locations, too, which is great. But definitely thinking of going to the one in St. Louis. Oh, man. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see. St. Louis, how far is it from Florida? It's in Missouri, so it's... pretty far away. I'd say probably like what, 1,500 miles, something like that. Let's see, is the Pokemon Symphony worth it? I had to miss out on one near me because I had to go to a Doctor Who symphony. Yeah, it's definitely one of the best experiences I've ever had. I mean, I've gone to so many of them, but every time I get so hyped. Like, the music just touches me so much. I think a lot of it is because of all the different, like, Nuzlockes and stuff I've done, and the fact I've played Pokemon for so many years. But I always have all these, like, memories flooding through my mind as the music's playing. The music is so hyped, and it's just, oh, it's amazing. It's not like, it's hard to describe. When you think symphony, you know, you might think, oh yeah, you know, just this and that. It's really more like powerful. It's like kind of like a movie soundtrack almost. And there's visuals on the screen, and it's just, oh my goodness, it's amazing. It is amazing. The price of the symphony tickets does depend on the venue, I know. Like, some areas just are more expensive than others. Oftentimes you can still get deals on them. I've seen some tickets go for, like, I don't know, as little as $35. And even though, yeah, it's pricey, it's not, like, it's an experience. That's the thing. It's one of those things that, you know, you'll look back on and think, wow, I'm so glad I went to that. At least I hope so. Like, that is for me, I know. And a lot of people I've talked to, I've persuaded. Let's see. But yeah, I'm thinking of going to that. It'll be a lot of fun. Always is. Always is. Let's see. If there's another another one in Chicago, Madison, I will drop everything. Yeah, definitely. I went to the Chicago one last year, and it was amazing. Oh my goodness. It was like so good. Oh, I think it was still probably my favorite of the ones that I've been to. Like, the sound was just right. Oh man. And I went to one in Milwaukee, like, I think a week before. Actually, no, it was like a day before. I think it was, I went to Milwaukee's and then I went to Chicago's. They were like back to back. And it was worth it. I was pretty tired, but it was definitely worth it because that's, you know, both are like really in my area. So that was a lot of fun. Oh man, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. But it is still going to be a bit of a drive. let's see. But yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm looking forward to now. Bit in the future. Always so much fun. Oh my god. It's been so long since I've been to one too. Last one I was in was in October, I think. And that was, I don't know, like 6 months ago. Even more. Dang. It's crazy. It's been way too long. Let's see. Will I be seeing Civil War on Friday? Like the Captain America Civil War, I'm assuming. Yeah. No, I probably won't. I'll probably wait until it's on, like, I don't know, Blu-ray or something and just rent it for Netflix. Like, I don't usually go out to see movies. It's just not really my cup of tea unless I'm, like, out and about. Actually, I don't really think I have. The last movie I saw in theaters was actually it was actually Zootopia, which I did get around to seeing that. I was down actually I was down with Chugga Conroy recording for our battle, and I stayed an extra day this time so we could just like chill and stuff. We were trying to figure out what to do, and then evening it's like, oh hey, you know, we haven't seen Zootopia. Oh, okay, cool, let's go. So I saw it, and it's great because I kind of wanted to see it anyway. It was way better than I thought it would. I thought it'd just be some kind of cutesy, you know, like cop and robber type thing, and oh man, it was like political, and it was really good. I love rabbits in general, so like they're my favorite animal. Just I love rabbits, so like the fact that the main character was like a really strong, good character that was a rabbit, I'm like, oh, this is adorable. But yeah, that's the last movie I've seen. In theaters at least, and I guess that was kind of recently, but I'm trying to think of like 2015 what I'd seen, and I can't think of any instance I went to the theaters. Like, I used to go nuts over going to the Harry Potter movies, watching those in 3D, and Avatar, but I haven't really had like a desire to go out and see a movie. So let's see, I heard Zootopia focused on internal biases or something. Yeah, I mean, very much like kind of racism, prejudice sort of stuff. It's deep. It's definitely really deep, and it wasn't at all what I thought it would be, but it had me just thinking so much afterwards. And I recommend it. It was like, I heard people buzzing about it. I know I talked about it on a stream at one point, but I hadn't seen it. So I was just like, oh, okay, it sounds like it could be good. But I didn't really think I'd get around to seeing it. And then we went there, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, we'll go, sure, why not? And I'm like, wow, that was really good. So that's great. Like, I hope they do. I don't really want them to do a sequel, but I wouldn't mind seeing that be turned into, like, I don't know, some series on, like, Disney or something, because you could even just take the general world they live in. Like, there was so much creativity in that, too, which was kind of fun. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be seeing Civil War in theaters, at least. Like, I haven't followed too much of the Avengers movies. I know I saw the first Avengers, and, you know, it's gonna sound kind of weird, but it didn't really do it for me. I didn't really care for it. I can't quite put my finger on what it was, but for some reason, it just didn't appeal to me. I just remember watching it and thinking, oh, okay. You know, maybe I just didn't give it a fair shake. I guess it's kind of cool that, you know, they're fighting each other. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I don't know. I'll probably see it at some point. I know that there's, at least I think there's another Avengers movie. Is there an Avengers 2? I don't know. Or is this just the second one? Because I know I've only seen the first one. I think I've only seen, like, maybe the first 1 or 2 Iron Man movies. I don't watch too much of it. I'm kind of getting sick of all the comic book movies. Like, that seems like that's all that is going on. Just comic book movies all over the place. I mean, that's fine if you're into comic books, but, like, I'll be honest, I'm not really that much of a comic book person. Hey, Gold Magmar has been subscribed for 2 months. That is some big service. Thank you so much, Gold Magmar, for being awesome and for subscribing for a solid 2 months. That is fantastic. Fantastic indeed. In fact, you even get that lovely benefit of not having commercials pestering you whenever you join the stream, which is cool. I don't really run commercials. I don't really run them like, you know, a lot of Twitch streamers do. Like, I think I just ignore it most of the time. So, you know, it's really only a bother when you're joining, but still. Alright, let's see. So we got about 8 more eggs, and then I'm gonna switch to Wonder Trading. We're gonna Wonder Trade away a box of things. Cyndaquil, which will be nice. Wow, Katie Loves Animu subscribed for, am I reading that right? 19 months in a row! That is some huge service! Dang! Well, thank you so much, Katie Loves Animu, for subscribing for 19 months in a row. Dang, that is amazing. That is incredible. That's like, I think that's when I started becoming like a partner on Twitch, so that's great. Especially since there was a time where I was just kind of taking a break from it, so I think I told like a lot of subscribers, hey, you know, I'm probably not going to be streaming for a bit. You might want to, you know, unsubscribe. I know I actually said that, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. It was like last year, so. But I ended up changing course with that, which is fine. Which is fine, but that just goes to show. Because I know a lot of people that, you know, it says they've only been subscribed for like a certain amount of time. You know, a lot of it, I know that they've been subscribed longer than that. They just took, like, a break. And it was kind of because I even, like, said, hey, you should probably do this. And, yeah, you know, it's fine. But I didn't want to waste people's money. But, of course, I know a lot of the reason people want to subscribe to me on Twitch is because it's a way to help me out. And say thanks, you know, really appreciate what you do. So, you know, that's also really nice and really appreciated. Let's see. Have I decided the date for the Ruby and Sapphire sleep block? No, I have not. Just hit the goal, so I haven't really gotten around to figuring out a date for it, but it'll probably be early June. I don't know for sure, but now we get to start thinking and plotting and planning, which will be nice. So I'll talk that over with my patrons to figure out what works best for them. And then we will, we'll take it from there. Alright, let's see. Seven more eggs. The hatch, and then we'll be Wonder Trading. It's actually been surprising. Normally every week it's always a battle, like, when do the Wonder Trade starts? And it's like, I don't know how many places I can put when it starts, but it definitely, you know, it kind of grates on you, like, I do this every week, I always hatch, but I don't think I've seen a single comment so far, like, when does it start, which is kind of refreshing. I mean, I know people, they get excited, they want a chance to get it, you know, get one of the Marriland Cyndaquils, which is cool, you know, definitely, I'll give that away, but normally people, they can get pretty impatient. It's like, oh, no, calm down, don't worry, it'll be up soon. We'll trade in a moment. So yeah, But that's good. We'll get that going in just a few minutes. We only got 6 more eggs to hatch, and then we'll be Wonder Trade. I'm only going to Wonder Trade a box, and I'm not going to be doing any more hatching or trading today, because I still have to do some stuff. But I figure, you know what, we can at least do a little bit here. Just a little bit. Darn it. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see. Speaking of the legendary birds, I tweeted about them with the Pokemon 20 tags, and Pokemon actually retweeted it. I noticed that, and I noticed you were getting bombarded with messages and stuff. That happens! Oh my goodness. I've had 1 or 2 things, like, retweeted by Pokemon in the past, and it's just this barrage. Like, it feels overwhelming. Like, one morning I woke up, it was when I got I took a picture of my giant substitute plush in the background there, and oh my goodness, yeah, I think they retweeted it, and I was like, why am I getting all these likes and notifications? And man, all of a sudden it just, like, it came pouring in. So yeah, but then I was trying to figure out what happened. Like, oh boy, what did I do? And then I saw, oh, they retweeted it, which is, that was nice. It was a good thing. And those substitute plushes were expensive, but they are really cool. Like, even though it was pricey, it's very well made and very, very fun. I'm glad I got this one. I ended up giving away my mid-size one to a friend for, I don't remember if it was his birthday or Christmas or what, but yeah. But yeah, anyway, it was definitely really cool. I like this big one though. Although I actually kind of like the mid-size one just a little bit better, just because it's like, I don't know, you can hold it a little bit better. Whereas with you know, the jumbo one in the background, you know, that thing is big. You can't just like carry it with you. It is enormous. And then of course I also got my sleeping Mudkip, which is pretty adorable. I'll get that when an egg hatches. Oh boy, how many plushies do I have? I have way too many. Alright, so here is Sleeping Mudkip. It's really big. It's actually quite large. I try to even show how big it is. But yeah, it's pretty big. Oh my goodness. Alright. So yeah. I love that thing. And yeah, that is definitely Vid's fault. It 100% is. Like, he was looking at the Pikachu, sleeping Pikachu. I'm like, oh, I should take a look at that. Even though I shouldn't, but I should. And then I saw they had the Mudkip there. I'm like, nope, I'm done. So I ended up getting the Mudkip. Couldn't resist. And I don't regret it either. Because I heard I like Mudkips. But I heard I like... Oh, you know what? I think I hatched an egg. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's the 21-inch one. And it's really big. Let's see. And like, the big substitute I have behind me is like 25-inch or something, so. Let's see. Just got some email asking for a survey from Pokemon at mktginc.com. Is that legit? I don't know. Maybe not. I would be suspicious of any emails that get sent, particularly surveys, but I would probably say no. But I don't know, because I don't work with Pokemon and I don't know anything like that. So you might want to, you could just Google the company too, but also just try to avoid clicking links in emails. Oftentimes, even if it looks like it comes from a true email source, sometimes it's not always that case. like, you could forge the email so it looks like it came from someone else. Alright, so I guess we have 3 more eggs. Am I using a Shiny Charm for the Cyndaquil? I am. Shiny Charm and Masuda method. That's why I'm doing this in Pokemon X. Well, one of the reasons. The other reason being, you know, I really like Pokemon X, whereas I don't like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that much. But the other reason is, of course, that's the version that I completed my Pokedex in. I didn't really want to just trade everything over and have to complete it again in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so yeah, that's part of the reason. Alright, 268. I still can't believe it took 1,252 eggs to hatch that shiny weasel. That is such a long time. Such a long time. Alright, let's see about this thing. Darn it, why does it have Blaze? I really wish it didn't. Alright, well, because if I could get a perfect, like, total 6 IV female Cyndaquil, that would be amazing. But especially if it has, Flash Fire. That'd be amazing. Has there been any news about Sun and Moon besides the Direct? Nope. Nada. Nothing official. Which is pretty amazing, really. Actually, I guess we kind of had a look at the boxes. Not the box art, but the boxes. Yeah. Pretty sad. Hopefully in a few days we'll learn something. My goodness, it has just been so dry news-wise. I'm getting really sick of all the clickbaity titles and videos and thumbnails on YouTube. It's like, oh my goodness. What people do for views. Oh, it's so sad. Like, I feel like the community is going to get so misled. And it's really unfortunate that, you know, people just go around saying, oh yeah, these are the new starters. Or, oh, could this be the new starter? Or, like, it just drives me crazy. It's like, guys, come on. It's just, I don't really respect it when people do that, because you know it's just for one reason. And, like, there's a lot of things I'd like to see in Sun and Moon, but one thing is not clickbait. Like, it's just, I don't like that. So, yeah, anyway, let me fly on over, and we'll at least take a look at this Cyndaquil. I don't think there's gonna be anything all that great, but we'll at least see what IVs it has. It doesn't look like it's missing any. At least from, you know, first glance. In-game clickbait would be interesting. Yes, it would. That's definitely one way to put it. Alright, let's see. Hit points, attack, defense, special attack, special defense. Oh, missing. Oh, 0 speed. Dang. That stinks. Oh, what am I supposed to do with a 0 speed Cyndaquil? Oh, well, whatever. Okay, so I guess we are going to do Wonder Trade. Yeah, let me reset the number of people. All right, and let me change the title. Ta-da! Alright, let's go ahead and get this party started. I guess I'll send out a tweet as well. But I'll do that while we're trading. So I'll explain things as I trade. If you don't know what's going on, I think actually it works out best if I explain it in a little bit so you can just kind of get the hang of it, because there's a lot of people that know what is happening. They know to look for the countdown. I'll wait just a moment before I do the countdown. I'll send out a tweet now just so we can all, get ready. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, there we go. Okay. There we go. So, here we go. First trade of the day. Now, I guess I'll wait before explaining just so people can see on Twitter. And show up, all that fun stuff. Gotta heart Japan. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Trading with Ale. She's got an Eevee. Okay. Do. All right, let's see. I think of what else to say. I could probably get some music going. I feel like I forgot last time, so I think we'll do that. Let me figure this out. Find all my copyright okay tunes. Are there any others that I need to add? Take a look. No, I guess that's fine. Oh, actually, I could add this. Alright, JJ, you get a sunburst. And let me... Oh, thanks for the wormhole. Alright, let's see. Get this new song I had. Here we go. Alright, hopefully this does not cause too much noise. Alright, cool. There we go. We should be good now. Alright, so let me explain the rules now, how it kind of works. I'll do this while trading just because, but also you will hopefully have seen what's going on. So, because there is a delay on Twitch, what you see live, what you hear me saying, what you see on the screen right now, that actually happened maybe 15 to 30 seconds ago because of the delay. So, in order to compensate for that, what you want to do, if you want to have the best chances of getting me over Wonder Trade, you want to watch the chat, because I will type 3, 2, 1 in the chat before I trade. I don't say 0, I don't say go, I don't say trade. I just Wonder Trade, you know, roughly when I hit 1, or right after I type 1. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know, perfect timing, because as you see, it can take a various amount of time to trade. But that's how you'll get the best chances. Now, if you think I'm going too fast, or if you think, oh, slow down, Marriland, you know, I am not getting caught up. Well, I have a box I need to trade. You'll have plenty of chances. Rather than asking me to slow down, just wait for the next one, because, or like the one after the next one, so that way you can have a better chance of getting it, because I have stuff I gotta do after this, so I gotta get these traded as quickly as possible. So yeah, that'll give you the best chances of getting one of these. And of course, if I end up getting like a communication error or something like that, I will not do any countdowns. I'll just try to get back to the trade as quickly as possible. Just on the off chance, you know, someone was delayed or something like that, then maybe I'll catch someone who didn't read what I saw. Or read what I said, I guess. How do you read what I saw? I don't even know. Routes. 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 Just a route. A-do-do-do. Okay. I've been having this hankering to play more Super Mystery Dungeon lately. And even more of the other one. I think I'll probably do that sometime soon. I feel like I know that guy. It's kind of weird. Alright, let's see. Rogers. Okay. Interesting. Let's see, I managed to 100% complete Super Mystery Dungeon. I got more enjoyment out of it than I expected. Well, that's good. I know, I keep thinking of the plot and really liking it. Like, it was just so dire the whole time. And it was, well, not the whole time, but like, once the plot picked up, it was like, oh my goodness. Couldn't put it down. But, yeah, I definitely want to check out some of the post-game. I hear it's hard, but I hear that there's only like one super dungeon, which I guess is fine. Like, there really should be only one anyway. Alright, let's trade this away. Oh, Whismer. Okay. Huh. Alright, what else to talk about while trading? It's always a struggle, you know? I'm not really that much of like a person that has all sorts of different stories that, you know, can just chat all the time. And that's okay, I don't have to be that person. But it definitely can be can be a struggle sometimes when you're someone like me trying to think, oh, okay, what do I say for a certain amount of time? Digging this Streets of Rage remix. It's one of the older overclocked remix ones. Like, I'm not much of a Streets of Rage guy, but I love this music. It's like been one of my favorite just kind of chill tunes for over a decade now, and it's just so reliable. I think I've literally been listening to this for 13 years or something. I mean, oh, a Piplup, you don't see those often. I remember listening to this when I first got started on RuneScape 2 back in, I think, 2003. So yeah, like when I was training up on that way back. Oh my goodness. It seems like that's one of those games that everyone has played at some point in their lives, RuneScape. And like, I never got into World of Warcraft but I did quite like RuneScape, despite how grindy it was. I think that was part of the appeal, for me at least. It just gave me something to work for, like, often. And I met some good friends at that. It was also neat because, like, a lot of my friends in person back then, you know, they'd play as well, so I kind of got in on that. And, oh man, those were the good old days. I used to do so much, like, buying and selling of items. Oh, hey, there we go. Garrett from Louisiana. I wonder if that's a Garrett I remember from Louisiana. That's pretty cool. Actually met a Garrett from Louisiana who came all the way up to, a Kangaskhan, wow. Came all the way up to, Illinois for, like, I don't know, a weekend or something. I think he played at a pre-release, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it's the same one, but I remember that because I was thinking, wow, it's pretty crazy. But either way, I'm glad to have gotten a Marrilander, which is nice. Kangaskhan. It was such a big Pokemon to see. And it's really funny when you get a Kangaskhan hatching from an egg. Because, like, it's just so wild looking at it. Like, you have this thing that already has a baby hatching from an egg. How does that happen? Let's see, that wasn't me in Illinois, though. Well, I would imagine there are a few Garretts from Louisiana, but at least I can rest at ease knowing it's not the same one. But hey, still, great that you got my, my Sunburst. Definitely. Yeah, some Pokemon are just hilarious when they hatch from an egg. Like, I think another good example is Onix. That thing is just massive. And thinking, how on earth did this thing fit in an egg? Like, really? And then Execute. That's another great example. Yo, your egg hatched into 6 eggs. Huh? I don't understand. Then also, like, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of interesting instances. Free breeding. A bad example is Cubone. Yeah, that's another bad example. It hatches with its dead mother's skull already on its head. Okay? What? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's see. Yeah, there are just some really funny examples of things hatching from eggs. Let's see, what else to talk about and or mention? So, my neighbors, here we go, my neighbors are so annoying. So, last weekend, it was the worst thing. Sunday morning, I got woken up because my neighbors were revving up their motorcycles over and over again right outside my window. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I look outside and I see my neighbors. There are these two people driving around in circles outside of my house where I'm sleeping, and it was so disrespectful. Like, they were just, it was, oh my goodness, it was terrible. It was one of the worst things. Bleep. like, they were shouting profanities, they were driving by, just being completely way over the line. They were just revving it up, and like, I couldn't go back to sleep because of that. And it kept up for the entire afternoon. I was this close to calling the police, but then I realized, you know what? That's going to happen, and then guess what? You got 4 people with these motorcycles that are gonna just make my life a nightmare, so unless they did something, hey, Marriland are nice. Again, just to clarify, I only will add to the count if it's someone I know, like, is a Marrilander. Because anyone could say, oh yeah, that was me in the chat, and I don't have an easy way to verify it, so if you just set your PSS message, you know, your little tagline thing to something that, you know, can be identified, then I can count it. But otherwise, I don't really know. But yeah, that was just so frustrating. Like, it's a terrible feeling to not even want to leave your house and to have just so much. I couldn't record while that was going on. It was way too loud. It would have picked up. Wow, that's a decent Zorua. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that was kind of unfortunate, I guess. But it's over. But I don't know. I want to see if I can get, like, some other neighbors to, I don't know, start a petition or something. Because if it's not just me, if it's, like, the whole neighborhood is like, hey, you guys need to just chill. You have a big backyard. Just go do your stuff back there. Well, whatever. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Oh well, at least it's over for now, but it is kind of a pain because I don't really, like, I'm not looking forward to weekends anymore just because they're out. I'm not looking forward to the summer because I know it's just going to be terrible then. I just hope they go away somewhere. I hope they get evicted. That's what I hope. You know, I just don't want them there. There's always that chance you could get someone even worse, but it would be way too hard to get someone worse than that. I don't really like to, you know, like, make fun of people or demean people or, you know, do anything like that. I'm not really that kind of a person, but, like, they just seem like really low quality people. Like, they don't consider other people. They just kind of, they're just really immature. And that's like, I just can't, I hate that. It makes me so upset. So yeah, low quality people is just kind of how I think of it. And it's unfortunate I have to think that. I'd rather have nice neighbors that are good. Like, I have some weird neighbors directly across the street from me. Like, they're always, like, coming and going at strange times, and they always turn their lights off, or no, they turn their lights on at, like, either midnight or 2 a.m. And I mean, I'm always up then anyway, so I guess I'm kind of weird by that regard. But, like, last night, like, I saw them drive up and drive back at, like, 2:20 in the morning. Like, where would you be coming back from at 2:20? And then, like, it just seems like they don't ever get any sleep, or it's very strange. Like, I don't know. And, like, in the past, they'd always be opening up their garage door, like, every 10 minutes. Like, one of the neighbors would be just going out and having a smoke in her car, and it's like, why? I mean, I get that you're, you know, a smoker, but, like, you know, just open a window or something. I don't know. I mean, it's like an older lady and, like, her daughter who's probably in, I don't know, 40s or so. I think something might be wrong with her. I don't know what, like, with the daughter. But I don't know. It was kind of creepy at first, but now I don't really mind it as much because they're not really bothering me. It's just unusual, you know? Whereas my corner neighbors are really bothersome. I mean, they're just... Ugh, I hate it. Hey, there we go. We got another Marrilander, Alexa. Alright. Got Nommers. Oh, Alakid. Neat. Brutus. Oh, nice. Wow, I think it's pretty decent. Sweet. Alright. So, yeah, I guess that's my neighbor rant. It was just something to talk about. I just don't really like darn neighbors. Ah. Oh, hey, another Marrilander. That's awesome. Anthony. 2 in a row. That's great. And a Patillo. That's an interesting one. Don't see those overly often either. Lily. Cool. Neat. Alright, here we go. Do. This is a pretty cool song. I don't remember if I've heard this before. It doesn't show any plays. I might have downloaded it and then, like, I don't know, stuffed it into my playlist. I need to get more Overclock Remix stuff. I need to just torrent it all. 3 in a row! That's awesome. Oh, that's great. It was starting off kind of slow, but now we got a lot of people. Yeah, I need to just torrent, like, all of Overclocked Remix's stuff, because they really, really like it when you torrent, because it's totally legal in this instance. And, like, it was so great. I actually used some Overclocked Remix music in one of my recent videos, and I kind of haven't done that in a very long time, because their usage policy was always kind of ambiguous when it came to monetization. And, you know, that's understandable. But because I didn't want to take any chances, I didn't want to step in any toes, I ended up not using their music anymore. And they've since updated their policy, or at least have clarified on it, that it's just, you can't just upload nothing but the music. Like, if you're doing, you know, a video and you're using some of the music and you're adding something to it, like, you know, like commentary or what is it? You know, just like what I'm doing, you know, with training montage. Like, that's fine. I don't mind that. So that was pretty cryogonal. You don't see those very often. I'm trying to think, is that a shiny cryogonal? I think it might be. It just looks a little too blue. But I don't think I've ever gotten a cryogonal over Wonder Trade, so I can't even tell you for sure. But yeah, anyway. It's so nice that I can finally use their stuff again. So it's like, oh, I want to listen to more of it. I went to their panel when I was at MagFest. Such awesome people, I tell you. Okay, it isn't shiny. It's just really reflective. I cannot remember what it looks like. It's one of those Pokemon I tend to forget rather often. Cryogonal, Quillfish, Corsola. Whole bunch. Of course, it's tough to remember the Pokemon that I forget about, you know? Because guess what? I forget about them. I don't remember them. Trying to remember things that you don't remember, kind of an oxymoron there. It's always such a funny word, oxymoron. Because you think of it, it's like, wait, what did you call me? But it's actually not used as an insult. Like, someone isn't an oxymoron. To be an oxymoron is to like be something that's the opposite of what it should be, I think. I'm trying to think of how to describe it, actually. Like, I can't think of an example now. But, okay, let's see. Soft rock, for instance. You know, like song kind of music, soft rock. Well, a rock is supposed to be, you know, very hard. So if you had it as a soft rock, they're like two things that are total opposite. Or, like I'm reading in the chat, jumbo shrimp. Jumbo shrimp. Yeah, I mean, you know, two things that are very opposite. Billy Mays here with oxymoron. Seriously though, an example, big kid. Yeah, cold fire. Yeah, I mean, things like that. Those are oxymorons. And it's just such a funny word. But it can be kind of neat thinking of different oxymorons too. Like, I don't remember too many of them right now, but I remember that there were a lot. Let's see. Can you recall fairy type weaknesses and strengths easily? It's still too recent for me. So I remember the things that fairy is super effective against. I don't really remember its resistances very well. I'm still bad at it, which is sad. I'm better. But the things that always trip me up are like bug, ghost, and fire with that. Like how they interact. And I don't remember which resists which. Like I think it's bug and ghost. Like fairy... No, bug and ghost... They're not very effective against fairy. Fairy is not very effective against fire. And I don't know. It's stuff like that that I always forget. I remember the weaknesses, or what fairy is super effective against and what is super effective against fairy for the most part. But I oftentimes forget poison because it's just very forgettable. But yeah, it used to really trip me up. I need something to save me from Stardew Valley. I played too much of it. I've been meaning to play it at some point. Like, I heard it's really good. I used to love the old Harvest Moon for Super Nintendo. And Anthony, didn't I just trade with Anthony? I feel like I did. Huh. But yeah, it sounds like it's a pretty good game, so I'll have to look into that. Another Lily. Well, I guess 6 Marylanders is pretty good. And we still have a little bit more. Last week we had 8. I kind of like, comparing. Speaking of comparing. Alright, let's see. We have 7 more to go. Let's see how many more Marylanders I can get. Okay, let's see. What else to talk about? So I did end up I can't even talk. I did end up picking up Yokai Watch because I've been kind of wanting to play it for a bit. I was unsure if I wanted to do videos on it or just play it or what. I figured it's kind of a little bit too late to pick it up anyway. I didn't really want to do it blind anyhow, so I figured, well, okay, we'll just play that. And, it was okay. I ended up beating it Monday, I think it was, like Monday morning. And it was alright. Like, it didn't take very long to beat it. I think there's a lot more in the post-game, but I definitely don't think it's a Pokemon killer. Like, the battle system, it's kind of nice not having to attack. You know, you just, you know, let the computer attack the whole time. That's what it is. You just kind of choose strategies and rotate. I don't know. It was interesting. Less thought behind it, I guess? I don't know. It was okay, I guess is the best way to put it. But I guess I'm glad I didn't do like a let's play of it, because it was kind of... It wouldn't have fit my style, I don't think. I think it would have just been a little too much. It's always kind of tricky when thinking about, like let's playing a game you've never played before. I know it sounds great in theory, but at the same time, it can be very overwhelming, because, I mean, a game like Undertale, it worked great with. But, you know, for a game that, like, I'm not familiar with, and it's like, oh, what do I do? You know, where am I going? Like, it can just be kind of boring, almost. Level 32 Pikachu, that's weird. But yeah, I guess I can at least add it to the games I've beaten list, which is nice. Oh hey, another Marrilander from Sweden, nice. Guess you could say that's pretty sweet. I had to, I'm sorry. I had to, oh my goodness. Okay, well, I'm glad. Oh, it's a standing cat. Nice. It always looks so funny. Like Purloin, seriously, what is up with Purloin? Just, like, standing upright like that. It's just so weird looking. Oh, actually, I want to listen to this. I want to play Cave Story. That'd be a fun game to play. I don't know if I'd ever do that for the channel, but I really enjoyed playing it. Like, I'm not that great at platformers, but I really enjoyed it. I need to get through some of the other areas. And because I'm doing, what is it? The expert mode thing, where I only have 3 hit points for the entire game. And, oh my goodness, it is brutal. It is so brutal. Like, it makes certain things just like, oh, that's no problem. Yeah, really have to be quick, nimble, and I'm fighting against X now, and that's just really tough. Goat cheese. I love it. That's awesome. Goat cheese. I actually had some goat cheese not that long ago. I picked it up. It's like, oh, this could be interesting. And I had it on a sandwich. It was alright. Let's see. Really enjoyed your playthrough of Dragon Warrior Monsters 2. Will you consider doing another playthrough of a Dragon Quest game again? I don't know. I have to be kind of careful with it because Square Enix is not really the best company with, like, Let's Plays and stuff. So, like, I wouldn't want to pick up any of their newer games. I could probably get away with older games, but I don't really know if I'd want to do any of them. So, yeah, could be fun going back and playing, like, Dragon Warrior 4. Not Dragon Quest 4, but play it on the actual NES. Because that could be interesting.
The darkest night, these hopeless days, still we are waiting. To touch the source is all life prays. Hope keeps on fading.
Zigzagoon. I've gotten quite a few Zigzagoons today.
As dawn draws near,
Which is fine. I actually like Zigzagoons. They're adorable. Oh, actually, I guess I've only gotten... Oh, yeah, I got 3. That's... feels about right. Let's see, what is your stand on the 5th generation? They are personally my favorites. I didn't used to like them, but now I quite like them. I think that the plot is amazing in Gen 5. Wow, that was fast. RJ from Illinois. Marriland are number 8. So great, we tied next week, or last week, which is good. Yeah, I like Gen 5. It's pretty good. I think it had some weaknesses, but I think that, like, the plot and characters were pretty darn good. Rogers. Wait a second. I got an Aeron named Rogers. From someone else. I think this is a retrade. Either that or the Rogers I got previously was a retrade. I need to look this up now. No! Ah, darn it. I dropped my stylus. I hate that. Okay, let me just look this up now. So this is from... Oh, so this is from RJ. So... This Rogers I got from someone else. Oh, so I got 2 of the same Rogers. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, whatever the case, here we go. My goodness, it looks like there's a lot of lag or delay in the stream. A lot more than usual. That's kind of sad. Like, I'm looking over on my preview, and even after all that, I just was entering the Wonder Trade menu. Huh. Oh well. It's the last one of today. And it's going to Brazil! I hate dropping my stylus. It's like so frustrating. Squirts. Okay. Okay. Alright, anyway, I think we are going to wrap things up here because I have traded away a box. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on next week's Wonder Trade Wednesday and Shiny Hatching. We'll hopefully hit 300 Shiny, or 300 Cyndaquil, and hopefully we'll get a Shiny by then. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and I will see you next time. Woo!